Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we got the card, ID card to get inside the evidence room, and we were stopped by our good friend Marshall. We gave him a lunch, and now he is ready to talk to us. Let's see what he has to say. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. Keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines too much. I'm kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Yeah, alright, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole on a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right, the evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know maybe 2 of these machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Yeah, veggies don't go with steaks. Potatoes, that's it. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. You know, nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Okay. I don't trust that one, it's all 7s. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Oh. I'm pretty sure I saw Goodman's ID number, so we'll get to that in a second. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there's a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. So someone wanted to reopen that case. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna first present other things. Sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. Well, the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. But that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so, huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Alright, well, I'm just gonna jump this and... We'll go back to the other stuff. See this? This is the victim's ID card. One that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Yeah, it's on there. I assumed it would be, but the one that really stood out to me is at 420 with all the 7s. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. But Mars, only one of them cars in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Oh, wait, what did Officer Meekin say? So you're in the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID. Why would you... I mean, he needed an ID card to get in there. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Okay. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Because it wasn't him. Yeah, what time did... So that's after Edgeworth had arrived, presumably with the body in the trunk. Is my working theory. Okay, so that was not Detective Goodman. So they knock out so they injure Meekins. And they injure Meekins, get the evidence they're looking for, and then go back to the scene of the crime and drop off the ID card? Because if he didn't have his ID card and it had been scanned, that would be suspicious. Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record added to the court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Alright, so just... Yep. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that these are so long to discourage you from doing what I'm doing. And I get it. Oop. Oh, we have evidence we haven't examined. I'm gonna try to stick to things that I think might get a reaction, maybe. I don't think he's gonna get us anything. I don't know, even like some of the flavor text is just fun. Like, I personally don't mind going through this. I don't know. I imagine if you've already played this and you know which things get a reaction, I imagine it's probably frustrating. But I want to get as much out of the game as I can. I just wish I could get through that text faster. Oh, what? What about the knife from the SL9 incident? No. Paris, yep, okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna show those. I think these are at least worth it. Yeah, we didn't get anything, but I think they're at least worth, presenting. Okay, so we got nothing out of that. I guess we'll move on. Oh, no, that was right. Evidence room. The weird room. Evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Gumshoe! Eek! Whoa! Did you hit Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Oh, you can't hit Detective Gumshoe. So is this true what I heard? You look like a selfish man. Heck, $50. Go ahead, investigate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50. Even me? Alright. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. Alright, boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Evidence from floor plans. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry, need to look. No, we didn't get, oh, there's nothing to do with that. Okay. Ah, so I'm trying to figure out who these ID numbers belong to. Let's present that in a second. Check. Okay, so what can we... Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm assuming we're gonna need it, but it doesn't... Alright, present. There you go. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa. What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Updated. So he was there, which I knew. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay. We're filling in the blanks. Yeah, like, I guess we knew he was at the police station. I want to know who that 77777 number is. I think it was one too many. Whatever. You know which one I'm talking about. Okay. Just blast through this. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Victim. That's the victim detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. You at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why is the award a shield and why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. Yeah. To have Mr. Edgeworth with the knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? To mean, yeah, someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. We saw that one already. What? Oh. Yep, same thing. Keep going. Alright, blue badge I know he's seen. Alright, what? Just tell me about it. Crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say, but art is always misunderstood. Art. Dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there was a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful. I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Oh, so they moved it. Okay. I don't know why, but that's going to be important. You see one thing, speaking as a detective, I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. Why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so you know nothing about that. That's fine. Parking lot. Yeah, okay. That's fine too. It's a photo that Miss Star took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Star is quite the lady. Well, I remember it was a winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Oh, that'd be awesome. Want that to come up. I'm assuming, I think this is, yeah, the note and the knife. Okay. Yep. Oop. Examine the luminol. Yep. That's fine. And we showed you that, and you gave me that. All right. Well, maybe you can tell me a little bit about it. Nope. Okay. All right. So let's start boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here at the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Ah, of course. I'm a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. Interesting. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. See. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. Case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lot for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Only the assigned detectives' prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Oh my god, this is getting very Danganronpa. That's actually, that's awesome. Where you have like all these things that like only work under certain circumstances, and so like you have to kind of use that to figure things out. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Okay. Let's examine things, I guess. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. Guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Okay, car door and... Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Okay. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, security is high tech around here. Okay. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Wait, I want a fishing pole. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that... Oh, I think that's Gumshoe's. That's my personal pole. I had a feeling. I never did get around to using it. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. That's the metal detector. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. A cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. It's in the heart of the cards. Ah, blood. Oh, what's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Yes! We should use her testing fluid to check it out. On the one hand, I wish it had let me kind of like figure that out on my own. On the other hand, it was like pretty obvious. So that's fine. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. What? Is this an actual choice? I feel like I want to... now I wish I had done other things because I do want to look at this close. I guess we'll take a closer look. I'm hoping this doesn't lock me out of looking at other evidence. I just wanted to look at everything. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, I have to find the piece that goes there. Okay. And I can rotate it. Okay. I have to find one with jagged edges. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. This is going to be awful to watch. I think I see... no. I wish I could rotate like that. Like the base. Yeah, there we go. Right. Cool. Okay. Oh, it rotates for you. Okay. Oh no, that's not it. I'm assuming it's gonna be the top. Okay. It looks like it should be this one based on like the little picture in the bottom, but it doesn't look like it's right. No, okay. But you know what I mean? Like, look at that picture on the bottom. Did I have it wrong? And look, like, I feel like that matches up. Oh, there we go. How about now? That piece is just gonna be there to fool. I didn't mean to do that. I think it's gonna be this one, just like that, actually. I see this one as nope. Nope. Why did I think that was it? Oh, there we go. No? I don't like that I can't actually, like, see. Like so. And then I feel like it's gotta be this piece, but I don't see how. Because that piece has to be up at the top. Yeah, I really wish I could rotate the model. That would have made that a lot easier. Oh, we're missing a piece, though. Uh-huh. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far, too, in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some of the pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Alright, we'll continue searching the lab in the next episode. Alright, I have no idea how that's going to fit with the rest of the case. I'm invested. I'm glad that this chapter is as in-depth as it is. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.